Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Rod, and it's an early morning here. It's probably not early morning when you're watching this, but it is here while I'm filming it. I don't know why I always say what time of day it is or whatever. No one really cares. Anyway, I'm going to jump on this kind of thread thing. A friend of ours, a friend of mine, a friend of yours, Jeff at Calico Silver came up with. I think it was his dog, actually, that came up with most of these questions. It's 10 of them. And they're kind of what he says boring, silly questions, you know what I mean? But they're kind of cool. That's how I know he didn't come up with all 10 of these questions. He couldn't have. Why does the light always fade in and out on me? Um, First question, and again, this is not a contest. This is a thread. Why is my light so damn bad? Is that any better? Is that better? First question. Would you keep 25 of your favorite albums or get rid of them forever? But you gotta have any record or CD, anything ever made. Get rid of your 25 favorite albums. Yes, I probably would. Because if it's one of my favorite albums, I've probably heard it 1,000 times. And if you could get any record you want, just buy like a compilation from that band. Or for me, my favorites are the Grateful Dead live albums. So I could get rid of one live album and get all the other live albums. So yeah, that's a yes for me. I'd definitely do that. CDs you take on the road trip. You're driving to the beach. Got to have the Rolling Stones. Probably something live. At one point, you're going to really want to kick ass and jam out. So we want the Ramones. I want to mellow out with some Steve Earle. At one point in the day, some James McMurtry. Fire things back up with the Roots. The closer you get to your destination. Some live Hendrix. Yeah, the Roots, man. Seriously, great road tripping. So that's would be my road trip. If I'm with my daughter's family, they're going to be like, man, could you? Well, her husband would be cool with it. Her daughter would have her headphones on. Listen to, but my daughter would be bitching about the music. That's all right. Except my oldest daughter, she'd groove to this. Alrighty. Do you like it when other people dig what you're grooving to? Or do you like, do you find, the question is basically, is it a drag for you if everyone gets turned on to the music you're listening to? For instance, like Margot Price. I've been talking about Margot Price in the VC probably for about 4 years. And now it blew up this year. No, I thought it was cool, man, that people were discovering her music and discovering her. When one person commented that I was jumping on the bandwagon, I just kind of laughed it off, man. But it is cool to like obscure music, though. Everyone's got to admit that. Everyone has that band they think no one else knows. And then you find out millions of people do. Alrighty. Album when you're up. Oh, a bad sounding copy of your favorite album. You have an album that you really love, but it sounds like poop. It just sounds like freaking this repress of Bob Dylan's debut album. They even renamed it House of the Rising Sun. And it has an additional song on here, but the sound quality is horrid. But I'm keeping it, but it sounds horrible. I don't play it. If I want to hear his debut album, I listen to, a good copy. Is this right, Jeff? Am I doing this okay? I'm sorry about waking you up in the. I had to call him at like 4 o'clock, about 4 o'clock in the morning to clarify this next question. Album when you're up, an album when you're down. When you're up, like awake, I said, Jeff. I called him. He's like, "Baby, why are you waking me up at 4?" No, not an album when you're up. When you're feeling up and you know, you're just feeling up and you're rocking or you whatever. How about the Black Keys for me? I dig the Black Keys. It could be the Rolling Stones. It could be Hendrix. I'm rocking it. You know, if I'm rocking, it's this. If I'm kind of mellow, feeling, not depressed down, but feeling down and groovy, Miles Davis. Some Chet Baker, some Charles Lloyd, man. Charles Lloyd. All righty. Did I get that right? Would you promote? What album? My voice went up. What album or artist would you like to promote? Like an artist who's not yet achieved, I guess greatness, or like an up and coming artist would you like to promote? Well, I don't know about right now. There is an album I got from a friend of mine, Ryan, a punk band out of Austin, Texas. Pussy Gillette. That would be cool to promote. I wish I could go back. It really would, because I love that album, Ryan. Holy moly. I'd like to go back in time and promote this guy, Don Wazer, who sadly passed away. He didn't start his comeback career until he was 70 years old. He took a lot of time off to raise a family and live his life. Another guy is a good friend of mine, Dwayne Jarvis, who we lost. Dwayne, I see when I get there, he should have been huge. He really should have been. My record ended. I don't know if I want to get up during the video or pause this. An artist that was ahead of its time. Well, Pink Floyd. John Coltrane. I think Love Supreme. I think Pink Floyd's debut album. They're always going to be ahead of its time. Of course, people are going to say King Crimson. And Jeff said Captain Beefheart. Captain Beefheart. Yeah, probably is definitely ahead of its time. A badass system or free tickets with backstage concerts to any concert you want to see. Any concert. I'm assuming these are going to be free tickets, front row tickets, free front row tickets and backstage patches to any show you want, or the sound system of your dreams. And sound systems could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wow. If I had that big of a system, either A, I'd never want to leave my house, or B, I'd be tempted to sell it for the money and buy something else cool. That'd be, at my age, I'd probably go with the system. If I was younger, I'd do the free concerts and the backstage passes. That would have been fucking cool coming up, having that shit. So, who's that? I think it's my daughter's cat, man. High school reunion. If you went back to your high school reunion, what's something you would ask the DJ to play? I asked him to play some Black Flag just to piss off the people who hated Black Flag back in the day. Alrighty. I feel like I'm missing a question. Alrighty. And the last question, a song that reminds you of your first kiss. I don't hear any songs that remind me of my first kiss. My God, that was a long time ago. I do remember the girl, and I know that she liked Rick Springfield, but I'm not necessarily reminded of her listening to Rick Springfield. But if I hear her name, I'd think of Rick Springfield. So that's probably the answer to that question. 10 questions. There are no wrong answers. Just for fun. And there are 10 what he calls this ridiculously questions. Just over the top, stupid, whatever. That no one wants another 10 questions. But I like these 10. And so I answered them. Guys, be good. Peace. Enjoy your day or night.